So you probably clicked on this video because you want to know when's the best time to release your independent film. And that is a great question. It's also a critical question you should answer during the development phase. Before you jump into shooting your film, you should know exactly which distribution model and exhibition platforms will be best for your particular movie. When is the best time to release your particular film, and how you would inform and reach your audiences. That's why the development phase of production is considered the strategic planning phase that focuses on building the business plan, including marketing, distribution, and release strategies for an independent film. Now, the release strategy is based on several factors. However, today I'm going to share with you the traditional US distribution windows for releasing your film. Distribution windows is a phrase that describes periods when a film should be released on specific exhibition platforms. Traditionally, a feature film is first released in theaters, then on DVD and on video demand, and finally on broadcast TV. But due to the new landscape of how we consume content, the distribution windows are evolving. And it's best to keep up so you can ensure that you're making the right decisions that will help you maximize revenue for your film project. So, are you ready to learn how to release your film strategically? Well, let's get into it. What's up, my Diversity in Cinema Academy fam? I'm Theatrical, and this is the place to be if you're an aspiring filmmaker, video creator, and screenwriter. I know some of you may have already shot a film, I know, and you're just wondering when, how, and where to release it. Just so you know, for future reference, you can save time and money by creating the proper release strategies before production begins. And that's how it's done, y'all. Okay? So now, while you're trying to figure out all this distribution stuff right now, you have your investors on hold. And that investor just might be you. And I know you want your money back ASAP, right? So, the biggest motivator for developing a proper release strategy for your indie film is you need to be able to articulate to potential investors when they can expect to get a return on their investment. And honestly, if you can't articulate that in a well-devised business plan, don't expect to get any money from any savvy investors with long, deep pockets, okay? So, it's okay. You're here now, so let's get to it and get you on the right track, okay? Have you ever considered constructing a self-distribution or a hybrid distribution strategy for your film? If you're wondering exactly what that is and need more info about distribution models, download my free ebook, The Ultimate Indie Filmmaker Roadmap. It provides 10 steps for successfully producing and distributing an indie film. I'll provide a link below. Now, if your answer was yes to my question, then I highly recommend becoming familiar with release windows. Now, but again, you still need to understand this release strategy, whether you're self-distributing or not, because you have to spell it out in your business plan, okay? So, as the landscape of traditional distribution changes, so do the windows. And if you have a micro, ultra, or modified low-budget film, the windows can be quite different. Your project's release schedule is based on your audience, genre, seasons, financing, and other agreements. So everybody's project window would not look the same. Not at all. Now, let's really break down these distribution windows. But before we dive into this release strategy, here's my friendly reminder. Please hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications if you want to continue receiving content that helps turn your productions into a profitable business model. Also, hit the like button if you love the content I am providing. It really does give me a boost in the algorithm. Okay, so let's get back to it. The information I will share with you is the baseline of how to plan a release for your film. So here's the basic breakdown of distribution windows. Now, the first window to consider is the theatrical window. A movie can be in theaters for 1 to 3 months. Typically, a low-budget indie film would skip this window unless you plan on doing the film festival circuit. A film festival window can be 6 to 12 months. If the film festival circuit is your route, then you need to plan a film festival strategy to coincide with your street date release. A street date is the date your film will be released for sale to the general public. So speaking of sales, That takes me to the next window, which is home entertainment. Home entertainment includes DVD, Blu-ray, they still exist, and transactional video on demand, commonly known as TVOD. These exhibition methods allow consumers to rent or buy a film based on your price point. Transactional VOD includes cable, satellite, telco, and internet. Typically, this window begins 3 months after the theatrical release date. The length of the window is approximately 30 days. After TVOD has had its 30-day exclusive run, the following window is subscription video on demand, commonly known as SVOD. Mind you, your film is still available for TVOD. You're just adding SVOD to the fold. This exhibition model allows viewers to consume as much content as they desire from the service provider's library for a flat monthly fee. Subscription VOD providers include Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu Plus, HBO Max, Disney Plus, and many others that keep jumping into the fray. They duking it out for your views, okay? Typically, this window begins 3 to 4 months after the theatrical release date. The length of window is approximately 3 to 6 months. Your film could be on some of these platforms like Amazon Prime for as long as it's still turning a profit on the platform. It just depends on the type of deal you have with them. The next window that could possibly be an option is premium cable networks, which kind of fall into the SVOD lane because these networks are subscription-based platforms that happen to be on cable television. Most, if not all, of these premium cable networks have launched streaming platforms, but the window for these exhibition models are still treated differently than the standard SVOD platforms. Premium cable networks include HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, Epic, Stars, the Movie Channel, etc. Typically, this window begins 6 to 12 months after the theatrical release date. The length of the window is approximately 3 to 6 months or longer. It depends on the terms of the licensing agreement. The next window that's a good option for low-budget indie films is ad-supported video on demand, commonly known as AVOD. This exhibition model allows viewers to watch your film at no charge, but ad breaks are spread throughout the film. AVOD platforms include Tubi, Freevee, the Roku channel, Vudu, Peacock, Crackle, and many more. Typically, this window begins 12 months after the theatrical release date. The length of the window is the length of the deal term. Okay, so if you're finding any value in anything I have shared with you so far in this video, go ahead and hit that like button and let me know and let YouTube know so they can keep sending you stuff from me. Okay, so in the last distribution window to explore is network television. Like SVOD, AVOD, and premium cable networks, free television cable networks will offer a licensing fee for a predetermined length of time. The length of the window varies based on the deal terms. Typically, this window begins 12 to 18 months after the theatrical release date. Okay, so let's take a look at an example release strategy for an ultra low budget film. We're going to skip the theatrical and festival route. Instead, let's get straight to making money, especially if you're considering self-distribution. You will need a digital aggregator to help you get your film on different streaming platforms for self-distribution. If you want to know more about self-distribution, visit Diversity and Cinema Academy's website's job profile section. So your first window release would be TVOD for 30 days. Then you would do an SVOD release. Then after approximately 12 months, you would do an AVOD release. You would need a distributor to help you with any other platform releases. But honestly, for ultra low budget films, it would be challenging to get any of the major platforms. Just keeping it real with you, okay? So as mentioned earlier, there are a host of factors that helps you determine when is the best time to release your film and which distribution model is best for you. You got to do that, okay? So that's why I created my online course, Leveling Up Your Film Business. I provide a step-by-step guide on conducting market research for your proposed audience and exhibitors. Got to figure that out, y'all. Building distribution and release strategies and developing a marketing plan, which includes templates, worksheets, and guides to help you get these tasks done. Now, once you complete these tasks, you'll know exactly who to target, including distributors, exhibitors, sales agents, and consumers. Please let me know in the comment section what was your favorite part of this video, or if you have any questions. If you made it this far and haven't hit the subscribe button, then what are you waiting for? Like seriously. And don't forget to turn on your notifications. And if you missed the distribution options for leveling up your film business video, check it out now.